I had to make a video because something's pressing on my mind. And whenever something's pressing on my mind, I'm like, all right, I'll make a video about it. So what's been keeping on being reminded to me here and there, um, through different places. Like sometimes I get reminded at the Christian church, sometimes I get reminded at somewhere else. I seem to get reminded of this, and that is, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So apparently, he keeps on reminding me, don't get revenge. Don't even think about it. Don't get revenge. Because he knows my mind goes there. He knows that. I wanted revenge for so long. So long, he knows that. And it's like I have to go against my instincts for payback. So I have to be like, all right, there must be some wisdom in letting basically Jesus get revenge or vengeance for you at some point. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I'm like, the Lord's vengeance, that's probably just a slap on the wrist. It's not even going to be anything, so I'm like, who cares if he gets revenge? It's just going to slap on the wrist, but maybe he can do vengeance. I don't know. Maybe he can. I don't know. So someone that can love on the highest level can get vengeance too, apparently. I don't know. So but anyways, I keep getting reminded of this. Vengeance is for me, not for you. Vengeance is just for me. So no one's allowed to get revenge, really. No one's supposed to get revenge. Except Jesus. Or the Lord. Only he's allowed to get revenge. But not me. So I think he sees it as something that will get in the way for sure if I try to get revenge on anybody that's done me harm, which I've thought about. He knows that I have thought about getting revenge on anybody that's abused me. He knows I have. So it's taken a lot of willpower to try not to even think about revenge and be like, okay, just keep going forward. Maybe I'll have a life. If I just keep going forward, somehow I'll get a life. I don't have to get revenge and end my life. That's what he knows I was planning. I don't have to get revenge, then end my life. I don't have to go that route. So that I was pretty much planning for most of my life. So, I mean, they ruined my life. In my opinion, all of them did. That's how I felt. Um, but but part of my revenge, I want to get revenge on God. So that's what's interesting about vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I'm like, well, I wanted revenge against you. You're going to get revenge against yourself for me? He knows that's true. I wanted revenge on God for what happened to me. So it covers a lot of areas of who I wanted revenge on, you know. So he pretty much just wants me to say, forget all that. Just fuck all that shit. Leave it to me, even though it could be just a slap on the wrist for revenge. Just leave it to me anyways, you know. So I'm like, all right. That works, I guess. You know, there may be no life for me anyways, you know, but gotta leave revenge to him anyways, you know. So, but he knows I wanted revenge, you know, for so long. You know, they deserve it. They deserve whatever's coming to them. They do. They deserve the worst, you know, in my opinion, you know. Not just death, but they deserve to be tortured for years and years and years, in my opinion, for what they did to me. Because that's what happened to me, you know. I felt like they tortured me for years and years and years. You know, I wanted the same exact payback. Will the Lord's vengeance be like that? Probably not. You know, torturing them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a part of me's like, vengeance is the Lord's. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going to be great revenge. Uh huh. Yeah. I know, like, I know he's listening to me. That's why it's funny. We have vengeance from the Lord. It's going to be so bad, you know. I can just see it now, like them barely getting a slap on the wrist. I can just see it now. You know, that was the Lord's revenge. Thanks. Yeah, that was a great revenge, Jesus. Yeah, I might as well have done. I could have done better revenge than that. You know, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the vengeance from God is, it may be severe. Who knows? I don't think it'll compare to what I went through at all in life. I don't think it'll compare at all to what the hell I went through. All the suffering I went through because of it all. It won't compare to that. I know that. So I shouldn't expect that as part of the vengeance, you know. But if you think about the balance, if if their actions caused this kind of hell to me, they should go through what I went through. That's how I see it. That's how I see the revenge. They should go through what I went through for years and years and years and years and years. For that long. You know what I'm saying? Not just a slap in the wrist, not being put behind bars. You know, I want them to go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? I want them to go through that hell. So, anyways, enough about that. But I keep getting reminded of that. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Vengeance is mine. You know, it's like going against all my instincts. Like, oh, I have to put aside my will for revenge, to give it to Him, to give it to the Lord Jesus. You know, He's going to take care of it. I have to trust that He'll take care of the revenge. You know, and I don't even know what He'll do for the revenge. I have no idea what He'll do for the revenge for me, the Lord. I have no idea. But I think I think it'll just be a slap on the wrist to all of them. I'm serious. That's what I see. Vengeance is mine. Slap. I shouldn't make fun of them. I shouldn't make fun of them. I'm sure the vengeance will be heavy. Probably. Who knows? You know. I'll tell you what would be the ultimate revenge. And I just thought of this. This is big. And God knows this is big. All of them that cause me harm are are you know they think they're on God's side. You know what I'm saying? They do. They think they're on God's side. That's the crazy part about all this. They think they're on God's side, God's team. They do. That caused me harm. You know what I'm saying? They do. And God knows that's true. So, um, the most beautiful revenge for that to them, and I'm serious, this would be the most beautiful revenge. And God knows this. After they die, they don't go to heaven at all. You know what I'm saying? If there's a hell, maybe they'll go there. I don't know. I'm not sure if I believe that there's a location that's a hell somewhere out there. I don't know if I believe that, but because I think, like I said before, hell is on this planet. This planet is hell. This is the hell. You know, that's how I think. That's how I see it. You know, yeah, because the demons are here. You know what I'm saying? They're not in hell. Somewhere else. That's my opinion. They came here. So, anyways, enough about that. But that's what I'm saying. Like with them all thinking they're on God's side, in God's favor, they really do. And God knows this is true. All of them do. And they all do. Uh, um, the entire family system that I was born to, they all think they're on God's side. All of them. they think they're in good with God. They think they're in good with Jesus. They all do. I'm serious. I thought I was the bad guy that God didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was the kicked out one. Even by God, I thought I was kicked out. They were all on God's team with God. I was out of it. That's what I thought most of my life until this point. I'm like, oh shit, God's paying attention to me. God's helping me, like alone, separate from them. God's actually helping me. That's what shocked me. You know what I'm saying? My whole life, I thought I was separate from God's team. My whole life, I thought I was separate from God's team. Totally separate. They were all on God's side. The people that abused me, you name it, they're on God's side. You know, God didn't defend me, so He was on their side too, against me. That's how I thought my whole life. I was just kicked out of heaven, basically. you know, before death, I was just like kicked off God's kingdom. you know. So, anyways, but that would be the biggest revenge that I can think of to them, is if they're blocked off from God. You know what I'm saying? After they die, totally blocked off. They don't go to heaven at all. God knows that would be the biggest revenge. And if it is, that's awesome. you know, like their whole lives they think they're great with God, and they're going through the motions of like portraying that they're really God's followers. Their whole lives like pretending they are, and God knows they're pretending. Uh, but after they die, to be shocked that they ain't going to heaven, to be shocked, that they ain't going there anywhere close to heaven. That would be what I would consider vengeance, 100%. And maybe that's what the Lord's planning for vengeance. After they all die, they don't get to see Jesus, nothing. They don't go to heaven. They don't go to the Father. Nothing. No higher kingdom, no mansion, nothing. No mansion in heaven, nothing. They get none of that. That would be vengeance, for sure. And I just thought of that. I'm like, maybe that's what God is going to do. And that's why it came to my mind just now. Maybe. I'm like, that would be the ultimate vengeance. If you witness my whole life around these individuals growing up, that would be the biggest middle finger from God to them. The biggest one is if they, after they die, they get blocked off from going anywhere close to God, anywhere close to any heaven, if they're blocked off. You know what I'm saying? Because they think they're going to the highest heaven. They do. All of them do. They think they're going to the highest heaven. And God knows that's true. They all think that. They do, you know. That's what they believed before I took my exit, before I walked away. They all were acting like they were going to the highest heaven with God. No bullshit. They all do. So if they die, because God knows what all they did to me. God knows that. If I'm alive right now, and I am alive, I think I'm alive, God knows exactly what they did to me. Exactly. How they treated me. Exactly. Like, no bullshit. He knows. If I'm alive still, he knows everything they've done to me. Everything. So, in my mind, I'm like, they're fucked, because I didn't think God watched what they did. But he did. So they're fucked, you know? In a way, you know, I'm like, because most of my life I thought there was no God, or he hated me or something. But since I'm alive still, there is a God. And he watched everything they did. Everything they did to me. For decades. Everything they did to me. Said to me. Not, you know, treated me. He saw it all. All of it. Oh, bullshit. Like I said, he sees what everybody does. Everybody does. No one gets away with anything. I don't care if they get away with it in this world. They didn't get away with it with God. God saw everything anybody does to anybody. I'm serious. That's what I've learned. Just like, holy shit. If I'm alive still, he saw everything they did. Everything they did. Like, holy shit. So, when you think no one's watching, there's someone watching. You know what I'm saying? So, and it may not be a human. It may be God watching, and it probably is. So, anyways, enough about that. Don't really like to think about God watching me all the time. Try not to think about that, even though it's factual, you know. Anyways, but I keep reading comments. I'm like, you know, even though I don't think me being alive on this road is important, even though I don't think it is, other people think it's important that I'm alive on this road, like out somewhere in the world giving comments. People think it's important for me to be alive for God's purposes, you know, even though I don't see a reason, you know, even if I don't see a point to it, you know, and I don't see a value in me being alive, because God knows I don't live the greatest life, you know, I don't. I'm a loner for the most part. I'm just a loner, you know, but you know, so I'm like, I don't see the point of me being here. I'm a loner, you know, who cares? But people out there think it's like important, you know, for me to be alive, like they really do. for God's purposes. Um, so I'm like, maybe I should care more. You know what I'm saying, about me. Maybe I should care more about me than I do. You know, because I'm important to something. I'm actually important to this, whatever God wants me to be alive for, whatever He's doing. It's more important. I'll say it like this: it's more important than I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Me being alive is more important than I think it is. I'll say it like that because I don't think it's that important. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I look around, I'm like, everyone's fine. I look around, at the people at the Christian church, I'm like, everybody's fine. They don't even ask me for my input, really. Sometimes they do, but like, everybody's fine without me here. And I've been saying that for years and years, trying to get out of here. I'm like, everyone's fine without me. They don't even acknowledge my existence. Everyone seems peachy. They don't need me here. God doesn't care. He still wants me here. Just like, look, God, look, everyone's fine. They're just peachy. They don't even notice me, at all. Everyone's good. Can I go back home now? Go back where you're from? Can I get off this earth now? Everyone looks good. Everyone looks fine. All good in the neighborhood. I've been doing that for years. Just like, look, God, look at this place. Everyone's good. They don't need me. No one needs me here. Doesn't work. Still wants me on the planet. For some reason. Still. Despite all the evidence that nobody here needs me. At all. Like, look, they don't need me. They don't even know I exist. If anything, they're saying, get out of this store. Quit loitering, If anything, that's what they're saying to me. I walk around stores, It's just, it calms me. To walk around stores, it just calms me. It helps me think. Helps me clear my mind, and God knows that. I just walk around stores. Don't buy anything. I just walk around. I do that. I've done that since forever. Like, I'm a wanderer, So, but I think Jesus was a wanderer. So, he'd probably wander stores if he was here. Just wander. Not buy anything. Anyways. I can't even tell you how many times I've heard, sir, can I help you find something? Nope. Nothing. Just looking around. I can't tell you how many times I've had that conversation with people. Can I help you find something, sir? Nope. Just looking around. Because everything I have in life, I don't need anything more, so there's nothing really to buy, really, besides this food, That's what I realized. I'm like, there's nothing for me to buy anymore. I'm just going to stack more possessions, and I don't need that. Just keep stacking more possessions. I got enough of that shit already, Got enough possessions as it is. I don't need more, stockpile possessions. So, anyways, that's enough about that personal stuff. But anyways, I was thinking about that. Another thing I was thinking about, and I was kind of getting mad about it. I'm like, I was just like, what the hell? Like, because God has tried to bring me into the mix, and Like I feel he's brought me into the mix of all this shit to the forefront, kind of, like he brought me in, like, just like, he brought in someone that didn't even believe in God. He brought in someone that actually hated God, if anything, um, to help him. That's the kind of person he's brought in. Hates church, hates religion, hates God most of his life. That's the kind of person God's brought out of the fucking fire, basically. I'm like, are you telling me after all this time on the planet that I've been on the planet with you've had true followers on the planet that are devoted to you? Well, at least I think they are, like true followers of Jesus. Why am I being brought into the mix? you know, like a non-follower of Jesus, an exile of a cult, you know, doesn't even believe in God and hates God at the same time. I know that makes no sense. I don't believe in him and I hate him, you know. But God brings that kind of person into the mix. Like a crazy guy like me, seriously, you know, out of, you know, out of all these followers, why does he need me in the mix? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. I mean, God really has real followers. Like, they really believe in him, devoted to him. Like, it's real. He does. Why would he bring someone like me in the mix? You know what I'm saying? And I asked him that. I'm like, why do you bring me into the mix? I didn't even follow you most of my life. I didn't pray to you most of my life. I didn't care about you most of my life. you know, After I was dead, I was going to flip you off if you existed. So why am I brought into the mix? and, like, I'm like, is it really that desperate out there? I'm being serious. Is it really that desperate out there that he's brought someone like me into the mix? You know what I'm saying? That hated God most of his life. Is it that desperate that God has brought someone like me? You know what I'm saying? That pretty much turned his back on everybody. You know? Turned his back on God entirely. Is it that desperate out there? Maybe it is. Maybe, you know. I knew it was pretty bad in religion that I grew up in. I knew it was pretty bad from what I experienced. But is it bad enough to keep me around, above ground? Is it really that desperate to? Because I'm not joking. God has put so much effort, and I acknowledge this. He has put so much effort into keeping me above dirt, above ground. You know what I'm saying? When I say it's Jesus by himself doing this, it is. He's keeping me alive by himself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, whatever he did 2,000 years ago on the cross, it allows him to keep me alive. He has the knowledge to keep me alive because of that. You know what I'm saying? He knows exactly what I went through, so he knows exactly how to keep me alive. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking nuts. Like, he's walked this road. He knows who I'll talk to tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He knows the new people I'll talk to tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He's walked this road, you know. It's crazy. Um, uh, so anyways, pretty much him walking this road, but it's me at the same time. So he's walking this road too at the same time. Like, so he knows how to orchestrate what I do over all the years to benefit him long term, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? It's no accident that so many people have seen me. No accident. He's made sure that that so many people have seen me in many different communities. You know what I'm saying? So many different types of people have seen me, but it's really him. You know what I'm saying? It's him and me at the same time, basically. As crazy as that is. So, so when people are seeing me, they're really seeing him, in my opinion, at the same time, a part of him. So, so he's pretty much making sure everybody sees him. When they see me, they're actually seeing him, in a way. You know what I'm saying? How crazy is that? It's fucking true. Even though I cuss, but that's just my part of it. He doesn't cuss, but you know what I'm saying. You get what I mean, though. There's still me apart. That's separate. You know, my style, but I'm still a part of him. You know, if that makes sense. So when all these people see me, they're really looking at Jesus too, the real Jesus, and I know that's true. That's why some people are uncomfortable around me. I just thought of that just now. They can sense, in a way. I know they can that it's Jesus looking at them, in a way. When they look at me, when I'm looking at them, it's him looking at them too. And you know that's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying, for some people. So I just thought of that. I'm like, I wonder why some people are uncomfortable. You know, sometimes. I think that's why. But I truly believe that. Like when I'm looking at somebody, God's looking at them too. Same time. We're both looking at them. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him, and God's looking at him through my eyes. We both are. You know what I'm saying? I know it's crazy to say, but I know it's true. So, because it feels like it's not just me that's looking at people. It's like something divine is looking through my eyes as well. It's legit. So I'm just like, shit. But anyways, back to what I was thinking about. It's just like you have all these devoted followers for decades. Why am I brought into the mix? You know what I'm saying? You know? It makes no sense to me. Like, but a line in the Gladiator movie, I'm telling you, and I was just watching it, a line in that Gladiator movie um, is because I don't want this position. That's why he wants me to do it, because I don't want it. He doesn't want to give this position to a true follower that wants it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want somebody that wants the position. You know what I'm saying? I'm being serious. He doesn't want someone that wants it. You know, apparently it's more trustworthy if the person doesn't want it and does it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I don't know. That's just my guess. It's just like God knows it will be done the way he wants it to be done, because I don't want it. I don't want to do what he wants me to do, but I'm going to do it. If that makes sense. but I don't care about I don't care about what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like a lot of men would like the power, the money, maybe that comes with it, the accolades, the praise. uh, with me, God just knows I want to get it done and die. You know what I'm saying? He does. He knows I just want to get it over with, whatever he wants me to do. I don't care about all the other bullshit. He wants. He knows that I just want to do the purpose, get it done. Bing bang boom, get me out of here. you know, and that's another line that stuck out with me in the Gladiator movie. One of the guy that buys the gladiators, he's talking to him, and he's like, ultimately, we're all dead men. Sadly, we cannot choose how, but we can choose how we meet that end. And I think God wanted me to hear that, because that part stuck out more than other times I've watched the movie. I've never really caught that part totally, but it makes sense, like, because I've always wanted to choose how I die, peacefully, just in my sleep. God knows that, just peacefully, in my sleep, you know, but, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, so I have to meet my end a different way, make sure I meet my end better, because I don't know how I'm going to die now. I have no idea how I'm going to die now. Like I said, I had the peaceful death, but I came back, because I'm crazy, I had it, but oh well. So now I'm like, shit, gotta meet my end differently now. I don't know, make a difference, I guess, before I die. Basically, just make a difference or something before I die or something, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a difference. I feel like while I'm still alive, with videos, I'm trying to make a difference. Hopefully, I'm not just not. Hopefully, it's not a waste of time with videos. Because some people have said that it helps. The videos help them. I know they help me. The videos help me the most, 100%. That's why I do them. They help me the most. God knows that. I don't care how many people say the videos help them. They help me the most. That's why I'm doing it. Mostly for me. I know that's selfish, but it helps me work through things. Help me figure out what the hell why God does the things he does, and help me keep my sanity about everything that's happening in life. Sanity about what happened in my past. Everything. The videos help me. So basically, it's to help me stay sane. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought about this. It's not like I have a counselor to walk around 24/7 with me. I don't have a counselor to walk around with me 24/7 that can unload this on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought about today. So I'm like, I gotta unload it somewhere, because I don't have a counselor around me 24/7. No one has a counselor around them 24/7 to unload all this shit. But anyways, that's just a funny thought. So I'm basically counseling myself in a way. I am. In a way, I'm counseling myself. God knows it. So, but anyways, but back to the true followers. I'm like, why didn't you just pick one of your true followers out there to just take my position? I don't get it. So I'm like getting mad at all the followers out there. Basically I am. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? What the hell's wrong with you guys? That God has to bring some fucking exile that doesn't even fucking believe in him. Doesn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, God has to bring me in. That's how bad it is. You know, God has to involve me in all this. That's how bad it is out there. Like, fuck, what are you guys doing out there? What the hell are you guys doing out there? God has to bring me into the mix. Crazy bastard like me. That just wants to get out of here. You know. But I don't know. It just I'm just like, I don't know how. I guess I don't know how I'm gonna get healthy. You know what I'm saying? And live a good life. You know, I don't know how that's gonna happen. So I'm just like, what am I doing here? You know, God knows that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh shit, I'm not even close to being healthy. Now what? I didn't heal myself. You know, I haven't been healed. Now what? You know. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, shit. Now what? So I'm just like, try to help God in the condition I'm in. Fuck it. That's where I'm at. You know, like Doc Holliday in Tombstone. He's helping Wyatt Earp and he's dying. He's injured. That's what I thought about. I'm like, if Doc Holliday can do it in the movie, I can do it in real life, you know, with all my health problems. If Doc Holliday can help Wyatt Earp or Jesus, I can help Wyatt Earp or Jesus in my condition. That's what I thought about today. I'm like, if Doc Holliday was barely alive and he was helping God, basically, Jesus or Wyatt Earp, I can do it too, you know, in my condition now, if that makes sense. So I'm like, because in the movie, he looks in worse condition than me now. So I'm just like, if he can help Wyatt Earp, I can help Jesus in real life in my condition. And that's what I said to myself today. I really did say that. I'm like, if Doc Holliday in that movie was barely alive and he was helping Wyatt Earp, I can help Jesus in my condition now, you know. So just, that's what I was saying. But anyways, everybody's like, well, why don't you see a doctor? I did. I just barely saw a doctor. It's not a quick fix, whatever. You know, all the things wrong with me. Just barely saw a doctor just the other day, you know. So I did. It's like shit. God knows I did, you know. So whatever. That's why I'm like, only Jesus can fix me now. That's why I'm like that. I'm like, all the shit that's wrong with me, all the suffering I went through, only Jesus can fix me now. I'm really like that at this point. Just like, because I've seen all the professionals. God knows I have. I have seen them. I'm like, only Jesus can save me now. Only Jesus can help me now. And that's why I'm going to Christian churches. You know, I'm like, maybe that'll help heal me if I go to a Christian church where they talk about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll help. And I think it has. So it's been great. It's been interesting. You know, I feel like it has healed me to an extent to go that route. Just like, just go to the Christian churches. You know, the Jesus, talking about Jesus and all that might be healing to me, and I think it is. So I'm like, all right. So in my mind, I'm like, you know, God created me, so He would know how to heal me better than the professionals can, the doctors can. You know what I'm saying? So that's my conclusion. So, because He knows me better than I know myself, He does. So he can make me healed and into a different person than I can even think, because He knows me better. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to bring it out of me. The person He knows is in me. He knows how to make it come to the surface. You know what I mean? For Him. So, because He knows. He knows who He put in this body. Like I said, He knows damn well who He put in this body. So he, he knows it so well that He can make me into, He knows who I can be. That's what He's doing. That's what He's been doing for all this time, is just making me who He knows I can be for Him. I'm serious. Fucking master craftsman. So, but luckily, I can keep some of my personality traits, like listen to heavy metal and that kind of thing. Like, thankfully, I don't have to change everything about myself. But anyways, that's what I was thinking today. I was kind of getting mad at all the Jesus followers out there, all the God followers, the real ones. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you guys out there? What are you guys doing out there? You guys just messing around? Why is God bringing me here into the mix? I'm just mad that got brought into the mix. I am kind of still mad about it. I'm just like, what's wrong with all you guys out there? You guys fucking around? You guys fucking around so bad that God has to bring me out of the fucking dustbin? You know, basically from hell. Fuck. I hate to say that, but you guys are probably not messing around. You're probably not. So, but here's the answer I got. You know, I'm like, why am I brought in the mix? You got so many followers that actually follow you, that actually pray to you. You know, they do. You know, they're devoted more than I am. Why am I brought into the mix? You know, and the answer I got, it was because I love you. That's what this is about. That's what it is. I can feel it right now. It's because He loves me. That's why. It's not about anything else. It's not about anything else. It's not about what anybody else is doing out there. It never was. It's about Him. He loves me specifically. He loves me. I'm serious. That's what this is about. He's brought me back into the mix because He loves me. He wants me back. He misses me. He missed me. I can feel it. I know it. I can feel it. He missed me because I was gone for so long. He knows I was gone from Him. Like I said, I was gone. I deserted Him. I deserted God. Totally. I deserted myself too. So He knows that. That's another line in the Gladiator movie. They call him a deserter. The Gladiator. They call him a deserter. I'm like, that's completely what I did. You know, curse the gods. You know, tries to mark the God's thing off his arm, the God tattoo off his arm, because he's mad at the gods. Same thing with me. Same idea. I just wanted to anger the gods, basically, or God. You know, like I said, that movie resonates with me like you would not believe. Like in real life, like what happened in real life. You know, when he throws his sword down, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to help God, or he doesn't want to fight. Basically, the gladiator is just done. He's done with God. He doesn't want to fight either. I I I went through a period like that. I wouldn't do shit to help God when I knew He was helping me. When I knew God was helping me, I didn't want to do shit for Him. It was like throwing my sword down. Fuck this. I'm not doing shit for you. It's only been recently that I've wanted to do anything for God. For real. Like, for real, help God. You know what I'm saying? With no ulterior motive. Like, for real, help Him. It's only been like recently. And not by accident helping Him. Like, I'm actually trying to help Him for real. In different areas, plus videos. So, it's pretty new, to actually try to help God and mean it. It's new for me. He knows it is. So, anyways, I think I'm doing okay. I'm doing good, better than I think, maybe. Feel like myself. That's the main thing. Main thing is feel like myself. Feel happy. So, but I know, like, part of my purpose, to do my purpose, I just have to be myself. That's what I realized. Like, I don't have to do much else, I don't. Just have to be myself. Wherever I go, I just have to be myself. On videos, I just have to be myself. Because God designed me this way on purpose. He designed me this way on purpose. With all my rough edges, all my cursing, you name it, doesn't matter. He made me this way. I know He did, There's a reason He didn't make me some saint, Christian. There's a reason. I'm nothing like that. 100%. So, I'm in a whole different category. I may be going to Christian church, but I know God doesn't see me as a Christian still. Even though I'm going to Christian church like He wants. I know He sees me separate than that still. I'm still God's, not Christian churches. You know what I'm saying? It's that possessive of me in a way, Like today, He want to make me double sure that I belong to Him. Nothing else. No bullshit around that's trying to tell me otherwise. I'm His. That's it. He made like, eventually I'll have a partner and probably, fall in love or something. But ultimately, I'm His. If that makes sense. I know it's weird. But, so, like I said, I don't belong to this world. Never have. I never have. That's why I've never fit in any group, any community. I never fit in. Totally. So, anyways, but but that's what I was gonna say. But yeah, that Gladiator movie. It resonates like you would not believe. Like you would not believe. Resonates with me. So, no accident. And it made me wonder, like, since God's trying to get me to remember who I am more and more and more, does he want me to command his army on the ground? You know what I mean? I feel like I got a yes from that just now. Like he wants me to command his army on the ground, like his real warriors, soldiers on the ground. Eventually, command them in some way. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's basically just Jesus talking through me. Like that's what I thought about today. I'm like, I'm taking orders from Jesus now, like a direction from him. You know, like he took direction from the Father. I'm taking direction from Jesus now. Like that's what's going on. You know what I mean? It's legit. So, so if he wants to send message to his soldiers and warriors out there, he'll say it through me. I know he will. You know, that's why he wants people to know who I am. You know, so, and that's my assumption. Who I am to him. You know, so people will listen to me. So eventually, you know, what's coming our way, basically what's coming down the pike on God's end of some things. You know what I'm saying? um, to to like get us more ready, you know, or something. Uh, 'Cause I don't really know what God has planned on his end of things. I don't. Like, that's not on the earth, if that makes sense. I don't know what he has planned at all. I just know he's been setting up stuff with me for some reason. Like, I don't know why. Eventually, he knew. Eventually, he knew that my YouTube channel would get more subscribers. Eventually, he knew that because he was going to bring them in, and he did. Eventually, he knew that. So he's been orchestrating all of this. In my opinion, he's been orchestrating all of it. It doesn't matter what plans I have. He's doing all this now. You know, he knows I'm not doing much. You know, in life. You know, so hate to say that about myself. But anyways, um, like I said, he's got the plan already mapped out. He's got the plan mapped out already. He's just putting the pieces in place, you know. And then he's continuing to put me to the forefront and get me better, better. Like keep improving me, keep it on. Sharpening his diamond or something with me in many different ways. Even if I don't think he's sharpening me, he is, you know. Even if I think an enemy's trying to take me down, he's using that to sharpen me even more, you know. So it doesn't matter what they do. It seems like it's like, all right, it's just gonna benefit God somehow, you know. But anyways, I'm not sure how any of this is gonna go. I don't. It's one day at a time, for sure. And right now, at this point, It's just me getting involved in the Christian church, mainly. Me being in the Christian world now, mostly in the Christian world. Before I was more in the metaphysical world, but now I'm more in the Christian world. That's where God has redirected me. For now, that's where He's sending me now. You know, I'm just an obedient soldier. Seems like just like send the battle axe in. I'll go. That's what it feels like. Just like God's secret weapon in their midst, and they don't even know it. Seems like, and even I don't know what God is planning. That's the scary part. I'm walking this road. I don't even know the bigger picture of what He's doing. I'm trying to figure it out from, all the subscribers and stuff coming and all this. And, He knows I'm trying to figure out what He's doing. He knows I am. I'm trying to figure out what God's doing. But He's so damn smart. He's so damn smart. He knows how to hide it from me, like what He's doing, like the bigger picture, what He's really doing. He knows how to hide it from me. He does. So I don't really see what's going on. I just see the pieces come together, but overall, I don't see the overall picture of the bigger picture of what He's doing. But I know, I feel like He's going to try to keep on building this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like He is. For some reason, He is. But like I said, I'm not even paying attention to what the world's doing right now. For the most part, I'm not. I've just been paying attention to what I'm doing and what God's been doing with me, basically. That's all I've been paying attention with. Whatever the world's doing, the world could be burning right now, burning in flames out there. I wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? A nuclear missile could have hit the U.S. I wouldn't even know. Seriously, a meteor could have hit the China right now. I wouldn't even know. That's how separate I am from the world and what's going on out there. It's true. That's how separate I am. It's crazy. But that's what God did. He pulled me out of all of it. He separated me for His purposes, to improve me on His own, teach me on His own, instruct me on His own, basically. That's how I feel. Even though I'm not the best student, and I know that. I'm not the best student. I'm not the best son. I'm not the most attentive son. I'm not like Jesus. I'm not. He knows I'm not like Him. So it's tough. It's like, fuck. Trying to put your wayward son in place. Teach your wayward son. Out of nowhere. His father comes out of nowhere, basically, and tries to teach me through Jesus. In a way. So, but I see Jesus as my friend or my brother, even though I know He's more than that. But that's how I just see Him. But it works, I think, for now, to see Him that way. For now, it works like that. So, but yeah, it's you guys that make me feel like this is more important. All this is more important than I think it is. I'm serious. I don't think it's that important to me, like any of this, but it's important to you guys. See importance in me being alive. Basically, you guys see importance in it. God sees importance in me being alive. For some reason, even though I don't really have much of a life. I don't. got no family. I got nothing, and I admit that. I just have pain and suffering. That's it, you know. And just going forward every day. But anyways, I think I've talked enough. I made a long video, but basically, vengeance is for the Lord. That's what I'm trying to say through all this bullshit I'm talking about. Vengeance is for the Lord. Don't even think about revenge. Fuck revenge. You know, that's the message I get from God. Don't worry if the revenge that God does is not satisfying for you. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. If Jesus will just give him a slap on the wrist, don't worry about that. You know, just don't think about that. That's it. That's the message. That's the gist I get. Just don't even think about revenge at all. Don't worry about it. Even if you think Jesus won't get revenge the way you wanted him to. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's how I feel. He won't get revenge the way I want him to, or the way I would do revenge. He won't. You know, that's how I feel. And that's why I'm like, I don't know about that. This vengeance is only for him. I don't know about that. You know, 'cause who knows if his revenge will be anything. You know, it could be barely any kind of revenge. You know, who knows? Only he knows what the revenge will look like. Only God knows, or Jesus knows, what the vengeance will look like to your enemies that have harmed you. Only he knows what that will look like. So you gotta trust that somehow, you know, just like, okay, hopefully it's a good revenge. hopefully it's good vengeance. Hopefully. Have no choice anyways. You know. So basically, no revenge. That's the message. No revenge. It'll just ruin things. It'll just make things worse. It'll just make things chaos down here if we're all getting revenge, basically. So just leave the revenge to God. He'll deal with the revenge. You know, we got to focus on other things. And that's why I feel like I just got yes to that. Just like we got to focus on different things. We got to focus on other things. Don't worry about the revenge. We got better things to focus on. And I feel that's true. We have better things to focus on. We got to forge ahead. We got better things to focus on than revenge, which I know we all want revenge for all that shit we went through from them in our lives. We want payback. We all do. I know we do. I know I do. You know. So, but I keep getting reminded: vengeance is not for you. Vengeance is not for you. It's for the Lord. This Lord, I'm just barely getting to know. Feels like, you know, it's been helping me, but I don't feel like I know him fully. You know, got to give the revenge to him. You know. Anyways, I sure hope he knows what he's doing and like how much that big deal that is for me to give revenge to him totally and just move on. You know, try to make a life for myself. Forget about all revenge, you know. Ugh. But anyways, I think I've said enough. I know I say a lot of crazy stuff in the video, and I know I do, but it gets it out of me. You know what I'm saying? It gets all this vengeance out of me, basically, in a healthy way, you know, if I talk about it. So, talking about it to a camera, you know, why God wants to do the revenge and why he has the most wisdom. So there's a reason why he says vengeance is mine, not yours. There's a reason. He has wisdom that I don't have about that. Like, I mean, it was done to me. Why can't I get the revenge? It was done to me. You know what I'm saying? There must be some wisdom in that, giving the revenge to God. all revenge, give it to God. He'll take care of the revenge. All the revenge stuff, God will take care of it. So don't worry about it. Basically, is what I got. What I get from it. Just keep going forward. Fuck it. Fuck the revenge. You know. Go towards brighter pastures. You know. Away from the revenge. So. Anyways. That's all I wanted to say, really, I guess, for this video. I think I said enough shit, basically, for this video. But yeah, I'm kind of mad at you guys out there. Why am I brought into the mix? Why doesn't God just have you guys do whatever I'm supposed to do? Anyways, I'm always trying to get out of this. God knows that. I'm just always trying to get out of it. But I can't disappear. So I'm like, gotta face this. Can't disappear. Not invisible. You know? Might as well just face it head on. Basically what I say. So, not invisible. I gotta face it head on. Whatever comes. So, anyways, that's enough for this video. So, basically, don't get revenge. That's what I'm saying to myself. Don't get revenge. Don't even think about it. God will take care of it. Jesus will take care of it. He'll take care of the revenge for me. So just don't even think about it. You got better things to worry about. Got better goals to go towards, you know. So anyways. So even if the revenge isn't that great that Jesus does, don't worry about it anyways. You know. So that's what I got from today. So keep getting reminded of that. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So there must be a reason he keeps telling me that. Don't get revenge. Don't even think about it. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later.